Good morning. I briefly want to share what the Lord has been putting in my heart this week, and it is the love of God. We know very well that we are not under the law, but we are under the grace. But what does that mean? Does it mean that there's nothing that binds us? I believe there is something that binds us, because I remember when Jesus was asked by the Pharisees, what is the greatest commandment? Jesus did give an answer. He did not ask a question, because sometimes when Jesus was asked a question, he would reply with another question, and he would just let them think about it, or just shut them with a question. But in this case, in Matthew, I think chapter 27, Jesus is asked by the Pharisees, what is the greatest commandment? And they did this because they wanted to test him. Jesus gave an answer, and he said the greatest commandment is that you love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your mind. That is the greatest commandment, the love of God. And the second one is to love one another, loving your neighbor as you love yourself. That is the second commandment. But the greatest one is to love the Lord our God. Now I pose the question to you. How do you express love? If you are a boy or a man and you love a woman, you will express your love by showering her with gifts. You will express your love by being kind, being nice for her, being there for her, protecting her, providing for her. The same case applies to the woman. If you love a man, you will be there for them. You will do anything that you can to make them comfortable and to know that you love them. Even if there is a fight, or you're not in agreement about certain things, there are levels that you cannot cross because you love God. And this is the case with God. He loves us so much that he gave his only begotten son, that we may not perish. And so his part is already done. He has already done his part, because at the cross Jesus said it is finished. And you know what? When God gave away Jesus to come and die, the Bible says it pleased him. It pleased him in the book of Isaiah to see his son chastised, to see his son bruised. It pleased God, because everything he did for us, he did it with love. But when you sacrifice yourself, when you do something for God, is it pleasing to you? Does it please you? Does it please you? Not God. Just wait a minute. God was pleased when he gave. Are you pleased when you do something for God? And do you do it out of love, or do you do it out of obligation? This is the greatest commandment. You have been commanded to love God. It is not a request. It is a command. And because there is a relationship between you and God, then you must love the Lord your God with all your heart. You must love him, and you must do everything for him. You must live your life for him. You must love him with your mind. How do you love God with your mind? How can I love God with my mind? The thoughts that I think. I understand that my thoughts and his thoughts are not the same. His thoughts and my thoughts are as far away as heaven and earth are. So when I think like God. I think thoughts that draw me close to God, And secondly, when I love my neighbor, when I express the love that I have for my neighbor, like if I know it's gonna rain, I will carry an umbrella, because I'm trying to prepare for a shade. Yeah, I'm preparing to shade myself from the rain. So this is what I do in advance when I'm leaving the house. So for you, because I love myself and I don't want to get a cold from the rain, so what do you do for your friends because you love them? Do you plan in advance of how to show or to express the love you have for your friends? Do you plan to express your love for God in advance, or is it always abrupt? Is it always abrupt? Or do you plan to express your love to God? If you are in a relationship, and I will use a relationship or marriage, because before the Pharisees asked Jesus this question, he was actually talking about marriage. The story that precedes is the marriage story. So that is why I'm talking about love. And what other way to express love or to talk about love other than talking about the love that is between a man and a woman, because that is what we have from the beginning. And so because this was a short video, I'm going to come back tomorrow with a continuation of how we ought to love God. So stay closer. All right, ciao. Have a good day. Bye.